On today's episode of Project Night Fury number 2, we're going to give you a little sneak peek of all the things that we're going to try and squeeze into under a very tight budget, and also show you how you can do more with less. Let's go. So everything we're talking about here will be very specific to Project Night Fury, but if you're considering doing a build yourself, I highly urge you to watch the full video that I have that's going to go over all of the decisions, the thought processes, the questions you should be asking yourself, understanding your purpose, getting organized, all of those things, where to do that research. I've gone over it all for you, especially if you're a new Jeeper. I promise you this is going to help you, and it's going to save you a bunch of time and money before you ever spend a single dime on your Jeep. So I'll link to it here. Check it out. Now I get it. Talking about building a Jeep is not nearly as fun or as sexy as actually building a Jeep. But hang in there with me on this one, because this step is often neglected, and I think it's actually one of the most important steps. So now that we've got that geeky stuff out the way, let's go blow some dough. But real quick, have you ever thought, how do these Jeepers afford to build these badass rigs? Yeah, you're not alone. So go ahead and comment down below what methods or schemes you think Jeepers are using in order to pay for parts. Like, is there a waiting period between how long you can donate sperm and blood because, I kind of need to fill up the gas tank? How many 7-Elevens do you have to rob in order to afford a long arm suspension? How many people do you need to get to join your crypto mastermind group in order to be able to afford some 40-inch tires? If you have 10 or more speakers in your Jeep, I just need to know, was it difficult setting up your OnlyFans? I think a bunch of people just rent their house out and sleep in a tent in their backyard, and then that way they can drop their whole check on their Jeep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how most people do it. And back to your regularly scheduled program. So we decided that the budget for this next whole evolution in this Jeep was going to be $10,000. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not a small amount of money. At the same time, $10,000 goes really, really fast because Jeep parts are expensive. So let's run some numbers, let's get a little nerdy, and let's see just how far we can make that $10,000 go. All right, as you can see, we're working with a budget of $10,000. Over here on the left, we have 3 major categories that we broke this out into: exterior mods, mechanical stuff, and wheels and tires. Down the middle there, you can see this is what we allocated to each budget. And then on the far right, you can see what we actually ended up spending on all of them. And then off to the side, you can see whether we went over our budget or whether we went under in those various categories. We're going to go through this quick, so if at any point you want to take a deep dive into these numbers, just pause the screen and you can take a look. Our first category is exterior mods. We're going to be coming in with a new front and rear bumper, front and rear fender flares, front and rear fender liners, got a new front grille, a bunch of miscellaneous dress up pieces, parts to go with it, and then we're going to color match the paint on that grille and the fenders. The fenders come powder coated, but we don't love that. I think we're going to do a color match to the rest of the body. Next category is mechanical. This is the older 5.8 liter JK, so it needs all the help it could get. So we're gonna go ahead and re-gear to some 513s and try and see if we can get back some of that lost power. Also, while it's in the shop, I figured it was a good time to go ahead and just knock out a bunch of just basic maintenance kinds of things that are starting to show up. It does have 170,000 miles, so a lot of these things are just regular upkeep that needs to be done from time to time. Alright, our final category is wheels and tires. We're upgrading from the 35s that are on there right now to some 37-inch tires. We already have these cool 20 by 10 rims, so that helps us on the budget since there's no cost associated with that. But we are going to spice those up a bit, and we're going to take them from the black that they are now to the Illusion purple powder coat that we've kind of used all over on the rest of this project Jeep. And so that'll be rounding out our budget of $10,000. So I know talking about numbers and budgets and plans and stuff like that, it's not sexy, it's not super fun, but it is something that was important to us on this build. Did you like this episode? Did you hate it? Go ahead and comment down below and let me know. We're a new channel, so all the love we can get is super helpful. Hopefully now you kind of have a better idea of where we're going and how we're trying to get there and how we're going to try and stretch that dollar and do more with less. If you like that, go ahead and comment and subscribe and tune in for the next episodes because we got a lot coming your way. Until then, peace.